I'm Kevin O'Hara for Alcohol Mastery, and today I want to talk about getting rid of reminders before you stop drinking. If you've been doing a lot of research about quitting drinking, if you've gone onto the internet and looked at some of the websites that are out there, you'll see a lot of websites talking about willpower, that you need to have a lot of willpower in order to quit drinking, that if you don't use your willpower that you'll never be able to do it. And you do need a certain amount of it, but think about the times in your life when for one reason or another you just can't take a drink. So whatever way, you've got to drive and you can't have a drink, you have to work and you can't have a drink. All those times when you know that for one reason or another that's just not possible, and in those times you don't sort of go mental. If you're sort of a functioning person at all, you're not going to there's something that flips in your mind and you just put it to the back of your head and you go, right, well, I'll have a drink later on. You don't go through massive withdrawal symptoms. You might think, geez, I'd love a pint now, or I'd love a glass of wine, but you sort of put it to the back of your head, and you don't need any willpower not to have a drink. You just don't have a drink. And that's the sort of mentality that you have to try and manufacture for yourself once you stop drinking. And to be honest, it's fairly easy to do it, in certain circumstances. There are high risk situations, putting yourself into a pub and trying to survive and going, well, yeah, I'm just doing it so that I can prove. Or you get somebody who say, well, you've often heard the guy who's quitting smoking, but he keeps the packet of cigarettes in his drawer just to sort of prove to himself that he can have the willpower to overcome it. What is the point of that? What is the point of putting yourself under that kind of pressure? That sort of leaving that temptation in your wake. There's just no point in doing it. So what you've got to do is get rid of as many reminders as you possibly can out of your environment. Most cravings, or whatever you want to call them, are very momentary things. They happen, and within a very short space of time, they'll dissipate. You'll forget about them and you'll move on to something else. And the less reminders you've got, in your home, around you in general, the better it's going to be for yourself. So the less triggers are going to fire off inside your head, and the less temptation is going to rear its ugly head, and the less willpower that you're going to need. Willpower is something that you need, but it's a finite resource. And as you go through the day, you'll find that your willpower will be used up. That's why people find it a lot easier to get out exercising in the morning, for instance, or to not smoke in the mornings, or not to eat crappy food in the mornings. And as the day wears on and you get tired, your energy is sapped, and they say that willpower is it just needs, it's something that depletes of energy, just like the rest of your system. So they say that you can build up your willpower, you can build up your reserves of willpower, but it takes a while to do it, and it takes a lot of willpower to do it as well, to be honest. So clean out as many reminders as you can before you start. Anything that you think triggers a thought about drinking, then get rid of it, move it out. So if you have any questions at all about that, give us a shout over on the website. Until next time, have a great day. I'm Kevin O'Hara for Alcohol Mastery. Onwards and upwards.